the international worldwisdomwell.com brings you this carefully curated rare audiobook, Non-Duality. Chapter 1, Introduction to Non-Duality. Non-duality, often referred to as advaita in Sanskrit, is a profound philosophical and spiritual concept that posits the essential oneness of all existence. It suggests that the apparent separation between the individual self and the universe is an illusion created by the mind. This perspective is central to many Eastern spiritual traditions, particularly within Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, where it serves as a cornerstone for understanding the nature of reality and the self. Chapter 2. The experience of non-duality. The experience of non-duality involves a deep, transformative realization that the boundaries separating the self from the other are artificial and ultimately non-existent. When one truly understands non-duality, there is a profound sense of unity with all life and a deep inner peace. This experience can be likened to awakening from a dream, where the distinctions between the dream characters and the dreamer dissolve, revealing a single, seamless reality. Chapter 3. Non-duality versus duality. Non-duality challenges the conventional dualistic view of the world, which sees reality as a collection of distinct, interacting entities. In contrast, non-dual philosophy suggests that all distinctions are superficial and at a deeper level, everything is interconnected. This view is not merely a philosophical stance but a lived experience that can profoundly alter one's perception of the world and oneself. Chapter 4. The Ego and the Illusion of Separateness. At the heart of non-duality is the idea that the individual self, or ego, is a construct of the mind. This construct creates the illusion of separateness, leading to a sense of isolation and alienation. However, when this illusion is seen through, what remains is pure consciousness, which is the true nature of the self. This consciousness is not individual, but universal, encompassing all that is. Chapter 5. Non-duality in spiritual texts. The concept of non-duality is explored in various spiritual texts and teachings. In Hinduism, the Upanishads and the teachings of Adi Shankaracharya articulate the principles of Advaita Vedanta, which emphasizes the non-dual nature of Brahman, the ultimate reality. Similarly, in Buddhism, the Heart Sutra and the teachings of Zen Buddhism highlight the emptiness of inherent existence and the interdependent nature of all phenomena. Chapter 6. Cultivating non-dual awareness. Experiencing non-duality often involves a shift in perception, where the habitual patterns of thought and identification with the ego dissolve. This shift can be sudden and dramatic or gradual and subtle. Practices such as meditation, self-inquiry, and mindfulness are often employed to facilitate this shift, helping individuals to transcend their usual ways of thinking and perceiving. Chapter 7. The Dissolution of Boundaries. In the state of non-dual awareness, the distinction between subject and object, self and other, and inner and outer disappears. Everything is perceived as part of a single, seamless reality. This unified perception can lead to a deep sense of harmony and connectedness with all of existence, fostering compassion and empathy for others. Chapter 8. Beyond Language and Thought. Philosophically, non-duality addresses the limitations of language and conceptual thought in capturing the true nature of reality. Language inherently divides and categorizes experience, creating a dualistic framework. Non-dual teachings suggest that true understanding transcends these linguistic constructs and is accessible through direct, intuitive insight. Chapter 9. The Practical Implications of Non-Duality. The realization of non-duality can have profound implications for how we live our lives. It encourages a sense of compassion and empathy, as recognizing the interconnectedness of all things naturally leads to a more inclusive and caring perspective. This understanding can dissolve the barriers that often lead to conflict and suffering, promoting peace and harmony in human relationships. Chapter 10. Finding Contentment and Fulfillment. In practical terms, embracing non-duality can lead to a greater sense of contentment and fulfillment. The need for external validation and the constant striving for personal gain diminish as one recognizes the inherent perfection of each moment. This acceptance of what is can foster a deep sense of inner peace and well-being. Chapter 11. Living from Wholeness and Authenticity. Non-duality also invites us to live from a place of wholeness and authenticity. When the illusion of separateness is seen through, we can align ourselves with the deeper truth of our being. This alignment allows us to act in ways that are more genuine and true to our nature, free from the distortions of egoic desires and fears. Chapter 12. Flowing with Life. In non-dual awareness, life is experienced as a continuous flow of interconnected events. The sense of an individual, isolated self is replaced by the recognition of being part of a greater whole. This perspective can transform our approach to challenges and difficulties, seeing them as part of the natural ebb and flow of existence rather than personal affronts or failures. Chapter 13. Practical Wisdom and Compassion. Non-duality is not merely an abstract concept, but a practical guide to living more harmoniously. It suggests that by transcending the egoic mind, we can access a deeper source of wisdom and compassion. This wisdom is not something to be acquired, but rather revealed as the true nature of our being when the layers of conditioning and identification are peeled away. Chapter 14. Transforming Relationships. In the realm of personal relationships, non-duality can lead to more genuine and loving interactions. When we no longer see others as separate from ourselves, we are more likely to treat them with kindness and respect. This shift in perception can heal divisions and foster deeper connections with those around us. Chapter 15. Letting Go of Beliefs and Assumptions. The journey towards non-dual awareness often involves letting go of deeply ingrained beliefs and assumptions. This process can be challenging, as it requires confronting and dissolving the very foundations of our identity. However, the rewards of this journey are profound, offering a sense of freedom and liberation from the confines of the egoic mind. Chapter 16. Non-duality and the Natural World. Non-duality also has implications for our understanding of the natural world. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all life can inspire a deeper sense of stewardship and responsibility for the environment. It becomes clear that harming the natural world is, in a very real sense, harming ourselves. Chapter 17. The Ultimate Realization. In the context of spirituality, non-duality represents the ultimate realization or enlightenment. It is the recognition of our true nature as infinite, unbounded consciousness. This realization transcends all religious and cultural boundaries, pointing to a universal truth that lies at the heart of all spiritual traditions. Chapter 18. Holistic Health and Well-Being. Non-duality can also influence our approach to health and well-being. Understanding the mind-body connection through the lens of non-duality can lead to more holistic approaches to healing, recognizing that physical, mental, and spiritual health are deeply interconnected. Chapter 19. Creativity and Authentic Expression. In the realm of creativity, non-duality can inspire a more spontaneous and authentic expression. When the ego's need for control and recognition is set aside, creativity flows more freely and naturally. This can lead to more original and impactful artistic and intellectual work. Chapter 20. Living in the Present Moment. The teachings of non-duality often emphasize the importance of the present moment. Since all distinctions are seen as illusory, the past and future lose their grip, and attention naturally rests in the now. This presence can transform ordinary experiences into profound moments of awareness and appreciation. Chapter 21. Conclusion. The unity of all existence. Ultimately, non-duality is about recognizing the inherent unity of all existence. It invites us to look beyond the surface appearances and discover the deeper reality that underlies everything. This recognition is not about negating the world, but seeing it more clearly, understanding that the diversity and multiplicity of life are expressions of a single, unified essence. Chapter 22. Embracing the non-dual perspective. In summary, non-duality offers a transformative vision of reality that transcends the limitations of the egoic mind and dualistic thinking. It reveals the interconnectedness of all things and the fundamental unity of existence. By embracing this perspective, we can experience a deeper sense of peace, compassion, and fulfillment, living in harmony with ourselves, others, and the world. Thank you for spending time here at the World Wisdom Well and learning from non-duality. We hope you find this audiobook nourishing and insightful. Please send this to someone who may benefit. May we all be well. May we all be wise. May we all embrace the courage and deconstruct what we think we know and practice the one single large loving existence of the universe.